So yeah, these coats would be my go-to coats as far as winter essentials go. And if you're to just have one structured coat, I'll definitely recommend that you get a black one, because black goes with absolutely everything. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So right now we are actually in the heart of winter. Granted that it hasn't been as cold a winter as it could have potentially been, and so I'm talking about London. Obviously I don't know how things are towards the north outside of London, but at least in London it hasn't been too bad. We definitely haven't had any snow, even though I think in the last couple of years snow has kind of showed up around February, March, so it's not yet time for us to start celebrating. But yeah, we are in the heart of winter, and I thought that it might be useful to kind of put together a winter essentials, especially for, well, specifically targeting, you know, the working girl. It's applicable to anybody or everybody, though you don't have to specifically have a corporate job to watch this video. So don't click away just because I said it's for the working girl. It's really applicable to anybody. But I kind of did this with the working girl in mind, or I kind of tailored this video around that. However, like I said, this is applicable to everybody else. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I typically produce videos focusing around trends, but targeting the working girl. So that's essentially looking at the it trends that are out there and how we can incorporate that into your workwear wardrobe. So that's kind of what I do. But again, a lot of the outfits that I come up with, they can be applied to pretty much anybody, because what we have seen, especially in the recent years, is that a lot more people, even if you don't have a corporate job, they do like wearing, you know, smart wear, because it does make you look quite chic and put together. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. I typically tend to post videos once a week, and moving forward, yeah, I want to keep it on Sundays. I think I was doing Mondays before, but yeah, I want to keep it on Sundays now. And yeah, and occasionally I do what I call the bonus video, so that's when I just add an additional video. So definitely it's worthwhile subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you do get notified when that happens. So in the recent years, my color palette has been around neutrals, mostly different shades of browns, blacks, beige. What else? Browns, black, beige. Yeah, I don't wear a lot of white, but off-white maybe. So yeah, that's typically what I gravitate towards. Obviously I do have colored items and things like that. It's funny because either I go with a lot of neutrals or I go with bold colors like green, yellow, etc. But I digress. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with accessories. I'm gonna start off with this beanie hat. So obviously it gets cold and people want to keep their head warm. You could either, I mean, for me, I do wear a lot of extensions, in case you don't know that. As such, I don't tend to feel cold on my head, because during the winter in particular, I always wear extensions. So I've never had a use for it per se. But if I'm going to the gym, I have this beanie hat that I wear. This was a gift to me from my aunt, and it has like this sparkle on it. So I tend to wear it if I'm going to the gym or if I'm going swimming, because usually if I'm going swimming, I usually take this hair piece off, and yeah, so I would wear this. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, I think a beanie is a good option. Like I said, I don't have a selection of beanies, but I would definitely put links in the description bars or pictures of decent beanies that you can have. If you're not really a beanie fan, I'm not really, that's kind of why I have just one, and it's a funky one. That's kind of why I keep it or wear it. But if you're not really into that, you could also try hats as well. Another option as well, and I don't have that here, but I would probably show you in the video, are ear puffs. I mean, I do have headphones, so I tend not to use my earpods as much, but if I'm gonna use my earphones from Samsung, that's the wireless ones, then I would typically have an ear puff in my bag. So we're still trying to stay warm. The next item would be a pair of gloves. Now these ones, where did I pick this one up from? I think it must have been accessories or something of that sort. Oh no, so these ones are from Warehouse, and I like these ones because, I mean, they have the additional, I don't know if you can see, come closer to the camera, yeah, the zipper that's here, so you can either, if it's too big or if you want it tight fitted, then you can, I guess, zip this up like this, or okay, otherwise you can, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a zipper. So I mean, it's nice. It has that extra, what do you call that extra detailing, brain freeze. It has that extra detailing on it, and yeah, I kind of liked it because of that. The only reason why I don't wear this as often as I would like to is just because I tend to use my phone a lot when I'm listening to music, because I listen to Spotify on my way to work London commuter. Hi. Yeah, I listen to music all the time. So the only issue is that I have to take my gloves off and then do that. There are some gloves that are screen touch friendly, so you can actually use them. They're not as thick, but I remember I did see one of my friends, she has them, or yes, she has them, and she said that they're quite nice. I don't know, I've never really asked her about how warm they are. I might ask her and put a comment somewhere here, but those are alternatives for someone. I mean, for me, so far, like I said, it's been a mild winter. I haven't really found much use. So this one's actually, they have like a fleecing material that keeps your fingers warm. So, and obviously this is real leather, so it does give you a bit of protection. So yeah, if you're gonna get gloves, or if you feel like maybe if you walk to work and you spend a lot of time outside for whatever reason, definitely gloves are a must. So the next item, which every working girl should have, is a scarf. And I have two scarves to show you, not for any particular reason, just because I don't know, I have them. I mean, I have more than two scarves, but these are kind of like my most used ones. So the first one is this, is it mauve color or mauve or beige color? I mean, this is one of my favorite scarves for a lot of reasons. My wardrobe color palette is pretty much neutral, so having this is kind of really nice. And having in this color, it's not black, which is like a very common one, but it goes with almost everything I have, so I can wear it over the weekends, during the weekdays, pretty much anytime I want to. I can have this scarf. So this one, I picked it up from Zara. It was in the sale, so I don't know if they still have this very one on. But I think when I went to Zara the other day, I saw a few ones that were similar to this as far as color is concerned, but it's not as light as this. So this is quite light. It's not a very thick scarf, but it is quite long, contrary to this one. So this is super long. As you can see, like it takes a few, if I just put it on me like that, and I'm 5'8", it nearly touches my ankle. That's how long it is basically. So I have to wrap it around. Oh, let me take this one off first. So basically I have to wrap it around a few times. Is this enough? Even still this time, you can't see, but you know, this is my waistline here, so it's still going past my waist, almost arriving. It's actually at my crotch. Basically it's at my crotch here. That's how long it is. So sometimes I find that either I pull this bit a bit down so that I shorten the length or something, but I have to sorry, I keep looking down there because I have my screen monitor there so I can see what I'm doing, but I have to play with this. Either I wrap it around a few times, or and put it inside a coat, or I, you know, play around with it just to make sure that it's not extremely long. And I picked this one up from, oh, let me remember, I remember the store, Urban Outfitters. I picked this one up from Urban. Actually, I've had a few good scarves from Urban Outfitters. The only downside is they can last you probably 1 or 2 seasons, you know, so that's the only thing. I mean, this has lasted me maybe like 2 or 3 seasons, but it's because I have so many, I don't wear this as often as maybe I would. But yeah, so yeah, the next items that I have are tights, and with these, I know this for some people it's not everybody's cup of tea, just because, yeah, I think a few people do find, or some people do find them quite annoying. They really hate tights, and they just, yeah, they don't find them flattering at all. I have a different outlook on types. I'm like 50-50 on them. For me, they're very practical. If it's cold, then yes, I want to wear a pair of tights. This ones that I have, so I have 3 types. The first one, this one is from Primark, and inside is kind of like a fleece-like material. I think they're very, very famous. If you don't know about Primark thick tights, then I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, and I mean, I like to wear them, but I wear them if I'm wearing like a really light dress, or not usually skirts, because most of my skirts are midi, and so I just wear like boots to like knee-high boots to kind of help me with the cold. But if I'm wearing like a short dress above my knee level, then I would usually wear tights inside. Well, one of the reasons is for the weather, but sometimes I wear tights as well, just to kind of make an outfit less sexy, if that makes any sense, because, you know, tights are just, you know, tights basically. There's nothing too out there about them. So this is the first type that I have to show you guys. The second type would be still a pair of tights. This is a bit more of a sheer fabric, so it's, yeah, see-through tights basically. And I really, and I really like this one. It's my aunt who actually gifted it to me as well, and they're really good quality. They're Italian, so I don't know where they're from, but they're really good. Like they have like a sturdy, you see I'm doing this, it's quite sturdy and it's quite nice. But yeah, it's definitely see-through. Again, I love wearing this to work. If it's not too cold, I definitely try to get away with wearing this one instead of the thicker ones, just because I think this is a bit more flattering. And yeah, the thick ones just look like leggings-ish, but this one, they kind of look a bit more playful, and well, playful, but you know, they're flattering to your legs. They're not, you know, bulky or anything like that. And the final one that I have to show you, I don't know if I would necessarily classify this one as tights, but yeah, because they're kind of leggings. So do you know, they're kind of midway between leggings and tights, because they look like this. So they're thicker than your standard tights. However, they don't have the sturdiness of a legging. I don't know, call it a cheap legging or something. So these ones, I usually wear them inside trousers. So if the trouser I'm wearing is like a silk or a very linen, a very light material, then I would wear something like this inside. This one was again gifted to me by my aunt from Italy. Funny enough, all the clothing items that I get gifted once, my aunt from Italy who normally gives them to me. If I can find something similar that they sell in the UK, I would definitely put a link. Otherwise, I mean, just have this as information, and if you go out there and find something, then that's great. But yeah, I think these are great for wearing in trousers, especially lightweight trousers, because yeah, it just keeps you warm and you can still, you know, look stylish and fashionable. Moving on to the clothing item, I have a pair of wool trousers. This ones I picked up from Zara. Again, I picked it up maybe last season or something, but this is like my go-to trouser. So usually if I don't want to wear any tights or something and it's quite cold outside, this is what I would wear. It's like a wool blend trousers, and they're really good. A couple of stores actually do them. So if you're looking, I'm gonna try and find something similar online, or at least something with a similar like fabric or something, a wool blend trouser. But they're quite good. I find that when I wear this, I don't need to wear anything else inside. I don't need an extra layer. I'm quite warm already. So definitely you need a pair of wool blend trousers, because they're definitely going to keep you warm. So two other items that are an absolute must for me, like a vest, but more like a vest that you wear inside a shirt or a jumper or something like that. And I have this too from Zara. So I picked them up in the sale, but I'm pretty sure they have something similar online. I saw something the other day, and again, I would provide links to them. But yeah, so the first one that I have is this one. It's kind of a shorter one. It's not all the way high neck, but it kind of it pops out. I'll put it out in a cutaway, so you can, I like wearing it over like white shirts, and then you just have like this black thing popping out. An alternative for this is a long sleeve version of this, but remember again, it has to be a bit lightweight, because you don't want, if you're wearing a shirt, you don't want like a bulky jumper to be inside. It has to be as lightweight as you can possibly get, because what it's doing is just providing an extra layer. I think it's, some people call them as thermals. Is that what you'd call them? I don't know, I just hear them. I don't know what the thermal is, but I don't know if this classifies as that. But this definitely keeps me warm. If I want to wear even a dress, a long sleeve dress, or what, even a short sleeve dress, I tend to wear it with something like this or this. The only difference between both of them is that this one, again from Zara, has like little snap inside, so it does stay all the way, like it hugs your body and your shoulder. There's not going to be any what do you call that, ruffling when it bulges up, when it bulks up or something. Yeah, it's not going to do that, so you're still going to have a smooth finishing to your white shirt, if that makes any sense. And another thing is, I like this one because it's uber high neck. Well, I don't know if it's uber high neck, but it's definitely much more of a high neck than this one is. So definitely these two, I wear them inside jumpers, I wear them inside shirts and dresses, basically anything that goes well with them. And obviously black is a simple color because it pretty much goes with a lot of things, so I would definitely recommend picking up some of this. So the next thing I want to talk about is a knitted jumper, but a thicker one. For example, this one. Again, this one I picked it up from Zara. I swear H&M. Ooh, I was about to give credit to another store. I picked this one from H&M. I'm sorry, H&M. This is one of my favorite jumpers. Like, I wear it, I don't know how many times I've worn it, but I love it so much. And yeah, it's from H&M. I bought it last season. H&M and their jumpers are amazing. The two main stores, I wanted to say three, but they're actually just two stores that I absolutely love their jumpers, H&M and River Island. Thank me later. But yeah, this one is from H&M, and yeah, there's not much to say about it. It's super warm. Granted, it's a v-neck. Again, even though it's a v-neck, I think something like this would go so well with it. This is kind of what I had in mind when I said you can put something inside. I think this is great. So say all this to say, it does look quite chic if you actually style it properly. If you could wear it with a pair of leather trousers and leather boots over the weekend, or if you're going to work, you can wear it with tailored black trousers and nice pair of brown heels or nude heels, whatever floats your boat. But this just pretty much gives you an idea of what I was talking about when I said you can wear this inside another dress. So yeah, going back to this, you know, you can have pretty much any thick jumper. This is just the color and the style that I chose to show you for this video, but I do have a range of different ones. I have ones with turtleneck. As far as thick jumpers go, one of the reasons why I love them is because you don't always have to wear a very thick coat on. So I find that when I wear this, I tend to choose one of my lighter coats to wear on top of this, because if I have this on and I have, say for example, my Primark teddy coat, I feel extremely hot. Like, I'm practically sweaty. I can feel sweat dripping down my back. That's how serious it is. So with extremely thick jumpers, you find that you can get away with wearing, I don't know, lighter coats or lighter jackets. If at all that was something that you were interested in doing, then that's definitely an option. These are two other jumpers that I picked. So this one is still in the jumper category, but in a different, what would you call, segment of the jumper category. For example, this one that I showed you, the extremely thick one, it would be very difficult to wear a blazer on top of it. If you do, it could potentially look out of place unless it is an oversized blazer. However, with something like this is great to pair with blazers, with cardigans. I mean, they can go, you can easily layer up with something like this. This, yeah, a stereotypical layering up item, and I love these two. So this one is from Topshop. I don't think they have it because, again, I bought it last year. One of the things I love about this jumper is the cutaway here and here. I think this is a nod to the whole cutaway trend that was big, I think maybe beginning of last year or the year before last, but I still like it. Again, I love items like this because they kind of add an extraness to something that would have been a plain and otherwise plain jumper. And the second option that I picked to show you is this one. It kind of gives you a sailor vibe, doesn't it? So I picked this one up from Zara. Zara do a lot of this type of jumpers and they're absolutely great quality. I picked this up I want to say 3 years ago easily, maybe even more, and I tend to wear it every winter. I think this is the only winter that I haven't worn it as much, just because I have new loves in my wardrobe. For example, this that I love even more, and tend to focus on those. When I think jumper, I think the other ones like chunky jumpers because I really love them. But this is a great option as well. And if I was to wear this, I would definitely pair it with a much thicker coat. So, I mean, I think for the winter it's good to have a variety of jumpers because that allows you to play around with them. That's why jumpers are like my favorite items for the winter, because you do have a range. You can go from something extremely lightweight like this one that I have to something, you know, as thick as this, and in between you have these type of jumpers. And this one is short sleeve, so if you're feeling a little bit hot that day, you wanted to layer up a bit more, you wanted to wear it with a cardigan, something like this would be great. And something like this as well if you wanted to put a blazer over the top of that. Definitely great outfits to have in your wardrobe. Moving on, this is a cardigan that I picked up from Mango. I don't know if they still have it online. They might not, but again, I know a lot of the stuff I'm showing you, they're kind of old stuff, but these are probably stuff that you already have in your wardrobe. I don't think there's anything here that you may not own, or if you don't have it, then there's similar ones that you can find online. There's nothing here that's too specific or too crazy. I feel like you would find something similar online. Well, if I find, I will provide a link for that for you. But this is an example of a cardigan. I like this one. It's a short cardigan, which I like, but it's in that cable knit type of style. And I love the fact that it has like this collar. It's like it's like a t-shirt collar, which I absolutely love. I think it gives it a different edge. And it has these turquoise buttons, which again, I think they're really cool. I think everybody needs a cardigan in their wardrobe. It doesn't have to be this one particularly, you can have a different one. The only issue I have with this one, and I guess it's not that big a deal, is the fact that it's made out of woolen, so it literally leaves evidence of its presence wherever it goes. So it gets stuck on my trousers if I have cotton trousers, or sometimes my coats. So I would definitely say if you're buying a cardigan, be wary of that. If I was to get one, it would definitely most likely be from H&M because they do amazing ones. So moving on, I have two coats to show you, and this is like the final clothing item that I have to show you as a wardrobe essential. They're structured coats. So I do like regular normal slouchy coats, and I have them. If you saw my coat not my coat collect yeah, my coat collection video, I think I released that last week actually. Yeah, if you saw that video, then you'd see that I do have a range of coats. But I think especially for the working girl, there is something about a structured coat. It just gives you that, I don't know if it's a boss like chick, I don't like using that word, boss chick type of look, but you get the vibe, you understand what I'm trying to say. So I feel like these two are my examples of structured coat, and they're both from Zara. And what makes a coat a structured coat for me is the shoulder padding. If it's kind of, I wouldn't say all the way perpendicular, but you understand what I'm saying, then it does give you a structured coat. So I do like this too, and you know, I showed them in my video last week. This one I will not be keeping, and if you watched my video last week, please go and watch it if you're interested in coats. It's just for the fact that I initially wanted the one that had a black detailing at the bottom of the collar. This one had a grey. I thought I could still, not grey, what's the color, what's this color? It has a beige color, and I thought I was still gonna like it, but I ended up deciding to return. I'm actually gonna return it today after this video. I decided to return it because I just said it's not what I want. I think if I'm going to spend my money, it's important that I get something that I actually want. So I'm just gonna wait for them to release it in the black one, because they had it not last, I think they even had it last year as well. It might have sold out, or last season. They definitely had it last season. And I know what they have currently that's full price is the one with the grey piping underneath the collar, but that's not what I want. I want the one with the black one. I really want that one. But anyway, I digress. So I think these two coats are very good examples of structured coats, and they both have over 50% wool in their make. So yeah, these coats would be my go-to coats as far as winter essentials go. And if you're to just have one structured coat, I'll definitely recommend that you get a black one, because black goes with absolutely everything. I just put that camel color because I think it's an addition. I actually got, obviously I got this one first, but I always said if I was going to get two structured coats, the first one would be black, and it is, and the next one that I want to get is a camel coat, but I need to find it in the style that I want exactly. That's it for the clothing. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the accessories as well, but this one, we're nearly there. I'm sorry, I feel like this video has ended up being much longer than I anticipated, but we're nearly there, so stick with me. Another very, very important item to have are boots. Everybody needs boots, and I think it's even better if they're leather boots. So I'm gonna start off with this one because this is my most recent purchase, and I purchased it from Jones. I think it was about £135. At the moment, Jones boots, I think they're actually doing sales, so definitely go and check out what they have. Go into store as well because they have some pretty good discount. Online as well, they have some pretty good discount. So these are the boots, and one of the things I love about these boots is that they have the slip resistance thing going on here. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Can you see that? So you see this, it's like a grip. What do you call that? I don't know. It's like an anti-slip thing, but yeah, you can't easily slide. I don't know how applicable this is to actually snow, but definitely to like wet floors or anything, you're not going to be slipping if you had these bad boys on. Yeah, but I bought it because I really do like the make of it. The interior as well, it has like a really soft fabric, and on the outside it has this little styling on it. So I don't know, again, whenever I'm shopping for things, if I'm having like my workwear in mind, I always try to buy something that has a bit of edge to it. I mean, I could have just gone for a simple plain black knee-high boots, but I wanted something that was a bit more interesting. And irrespective of the fact that this is 3.5 inches, it is actually very, very comfortable to walk in. I think from the moment I get to the train station, it takes me about 10 minutes to get to my actual job, and I can walk in this hassle-free. And I don't particularly like walking in heels outside. They're great with like cigarette trousers, and again, when you get to work, you don't have to keep them on. Usually I have several pairs of heels, I'm not gonna say how much, at work, so I use this to go outside and I walk, or sometimes I wear my trainers, but once I get to work I swap them for my actual heels. So this is a great option. An alternative, like again, flat pairs of boots, but this ones are flat, so they're a lot more comfortable obviously than the ones that are heeled. This one, I bought it from Secret Sales. I don't know what brand this is, but I've had this for so long, and I've worn it so much that the back, I don't know if you can see, but the back is kind of, the fabric at the back is tearing off, so I need to get myself a new pair, at least not for this season, but at least for next season. This would be fine for now. I would manage. I mean, winter's gonna be over in 2 months or a month and a half, so not too bothered about that. Another great pair to have ankle boots. Now you don't need to have all of the three, but I think if you're gonna have one, I would definitely say go for knee-high boots because you can wear them on the skirt. No. Another great advantage of knee-high boots is the fact that you can wear them on the skirt. So a lot of times when I wear my midi skirts to work, if I don't want to wear tights, tall boots as well, they're great for wearing during the winter if you have midi skirts, because again, they just keep your feet warm. You can wear very thick socks inside and go about your day like no man's business. Another great pair of boots to have are Chelsea boots. So, well, Chelsea boots, ankle boots. I mean, these ones are specifically Chelsea by the design, but ankle boots. And this one, I picked it up from Zara. At the moment, they go for $49.99. I think they're maybe slightly more, and these are real leather as well. Oh, I forgot to mention, both the other boots that I showed you, they're real leather. And I think having real leather is just the best option to go because they would last you a couple of seasons if you take care of them quite well. And I like this one particularly because it had like this red fabric inside, which I think is absolutely great. It's just an extra style. When you wear the boots, I don't know if someone can see it. Maybe they can just about see the top. I have two more things to show you. The first is a bag. So I would normally say have a leather bag. This is not real leather. I bought this from Zara a few years ago. However, this has held up quite well. The only reason why I would have been tempted to say have a leather bag is because of the rain. If it rains, and a lot of times I do have this like just sitting here like this. Even if I have an umbrella, I do find that sometimes water can touch it. So if your bag is not leather-like, or if it's like a fabric, then you would find that it would get wet or it can get destroyed. I mean, this one has stood the test of time considering that it's not real leather, and I wear it almost every day to work. It's a great bag to have. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate that I just bought one. I should have actually bought two, but this is like my go-to bag. It fits my laptop, fits pretty much everything I need to carry with me. And that pretty much leads me to my final item, which I think every working girl should have: an umbrella. This is like the probably most important item you need to have in your bag. That's also why I have a bag that's this big. Even over the weekends, I carry a bag that can fit my umbrella. It's a red bag. It's not the most prettiest bag in the world, but it fits my umbrella because during the winter I cannot move without this, especially in England. You just never know. I mean, during the summer it's risky as well, but the winter is even more riskier. So yeah, so that's it for my video, and I really do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're able to take at least one message or one thing away from this video and be like, oh, okay, I never really thought about that way. So I really do hope the video was useful to you in some capacity, and if it was, please do hit the like button so at least I know that you enjoy this type of content as well. Don't forget to subscribe and also follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna leave my Instagram handle somewhere here because on there I do style a lot of these things, so you're definitely going to be see how I'm styling my outfits for the winter time. So go ahead and follow me on there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.